Next thing is what are the additional causes of rust, and how the rust will be influenced after you buying a car, and this will be considered by the BAW engineers before design itself. So the rust will be happen by chipping also. Chipping means when the car is at the dynamic position, while it is running in the muddy road, the small stones, mud will be chip on the underbody, it will chip on the body sheet outer. So due to that, scratches will happen. The rust starts originated from that area. So next is damage by using a tool. So an operator at the plant in trim and chassis, he may mistakenly use the tool so that it forms the small scratch, and it may lead to rust. And it may happen at after sales also. It may happen at customer end also. So it may happen by tool. So we want to design in a such a way we will have a tool geometry. So based upon the tool geometry, we can give an effective land for an part, so that we can avoid the rust. So next is structure and shape. So by using the joining area, what kind of joining area we are going to use, and the mating surface, and the rust on the edges. So rust will mostly start at the edges, and it will start at the joining areas, and it will start at the mating faces, just because variation between part. So variation between part means, so these are the areas where the water can enter very easily. So these are the joining areas. I will explain later how easily, why these are the areas very vulnerable. I will explain in the later on slides. And due to mechanical stresses, so this is tribology of the material. So it's like mechanical stresses. For example, door handle we are fitting in the door outer. So while fitting the door handle, we are fastening the part. So while we are fastening a part, the fit is a tight fit or an interference fit. Due to this tight fit and interference fit, the stress concentrated on the bare metal. So the stress is concentrated on the bare metal. Due to the interference, the rust will form. So next thing is, not only in the bare metal, it may happen at the sealant also. If it happens at the sealant, again the rust will form, and again it may happen at the coating. So rust may form. So this is the place where rust starts. Once rust starts, it won't sleep. It will spread. It will spread all over the body. So we want to ensure how to eliminate the rust as early as possible. So these are the cards where engineers are having in their hands to play to eliminate the rust as early as possible by the design perspective. So I have segregated this as four. First is structural design, next is process, third is material, fourth is environment. As I already said, environment, we can't eliminate the environment, but what we can do in environment point of view, so I will explain. So it's like a spatter of mud and a spatter of gravel. So we want to come up with an effective master section at velos area, front velos and rear velos, and we want to come up with a good structure at this area, so that we want to eliminate the accumulation of mud, the accumulation of gravel at those area. Once mud started to accumulate, so it started to accumulate between inner panel and outer panel. It's not unlike water. Water will come and drain out very easily. We will have a drain holes at entire BIW at each and every area, so that if water enters, how the water want to come out. So it will be engineered, and we used to have, but we don't have a space for the mud. If mud goes in, we don't have a space for the mud to come out. So we want to reduce, and we want to come up with a good design where mud should not accumulate and gravel should not accumulate. And third thing is birds dropping. So you can ask, what is the importance of this? So this important happen at two areas. One is at a yard. Once after the vehicle is built, it will be stored in, vehicle will be it will be parked in the open yards. In open yards, what will happen? Bird will drop in open yard, and it will be parked in the harbor, and even it will move in the ship. After moving the ship, and until going to the customer's hand, the quality of the paint should not go. So if it goes, customer feel bad before buying the car. So that is first is bad dropping. So to avoid this, in this sense, we will, in OEM point of view, we will apply a thin plastic PP layer. So it will apply it after the end of the trim and chassis line, and after that, until dealer end, that PP layer will be there. After that, the PP layer will be removed and it will be given to the customer. And the next thing is, what if after sales? So after sales, the customer is driving a vehicle and the bad is started dropping. Though when the bad is started dropping, so Our top coat 1 or top coat 2 or metallic base will have a chemical. It have a chemical resistance for the corrosion of bad droppings. So this place we are not giving PP because in yard we won't clean the vehicle. At customer end, customer will clean the vehicle very often. So that's why we won't give the PP layer. So we will remove the PP layer. So next thing is material. As I already told, the selection of material. Are you selecting steel or you are going to select aluminum? So what kind of electro deposition coat you are going to select, and what is the microns, what microns you are going to give, that's also matters a lot. So you can go with a 7 microns and you can go until 15 microns. So both is going to protect your base material. So for which part how much is required, that is very important. So it will reduce the cost a lot. So the ED is very costly. Next is surface treatment. As I already told, whether it is a GA material or non-GA material or GA material or GA at one side or GA at two sides. So that is we are having on the material side. And comes to process. As a process we are doing an ED, and after that we are giving an sealant for a water entry. Water should not enter into the body. So you may ask how the water will enter. Yes, because the sheet metal maybe looks flat, but it's not a flat. It has some kind of surface tolerance. It will be wavy. Once after it welded or once after it riveted, always the sheet metal have a gap. Due to that gap, a water or an air can enter very easily. So to stop this, we are giving an sealing. So this sealing will stop the entry of water. Entry of water stops in the underbody, then we can avoid the corrosion. Next is heated wax. So this heated wax will be put close to surfaces between two panels in the VAW. So in structural design, you want to design your VAW in such a way, you should not design a component where the water can go very easily, and you should not give the space for an water accumulation. So if you design a part, and always the part will have a lot of embosses and it will have lots of holes. So due to holes, the water will enter. Due to embosses, where the elevation, it will have a better elevation, it will go and water will accumulate there. When water accumulate there, it will create a lot of problem. It's not only going to corrode our mechanical VAW part, it will give a lot of problem to our electrical drives also. It will give short circuit to our electrical harness systems also. So we want to very careful while designing some new parts, and the part should not be easily damaged. And next thing is, we should not contact very dissimilar metals. If you take a closure system, if you take a back door, the back door either will be in a plastic, either will be a metal, either will be aluminum. So in the plastic back door or in the aluminum back door, we will reduce the use of steel material. In steel back door, we will reduce the use of aluminum material. Why? Just because of corrosion. So when dissimilar materials come into contact, so corrosion will start happening for a highly reactive material. This is a view where we will give the coatings on the car. So if you see, at the underbody we will give an underbody coating. So at the hood we will give a soft chip primer coat. So because big gravels will not come and hit the hood area, so we will go with a soft chipping material just because to reduce the cost. Next is anti-chipping material at the sill area, at the door area, and we will give a sealers at the roof areas and damping coating at the floors. And we will give us some decorative black coating at the wheelhouse area, so that it will looks, the appearance of the part looks good. So it will be B-class surface, even though customer can see that. So this is an stone guard coating we will give this bottom area. So I will draw here. So the possible of gravel come and hit at this area a lot. So this area is highly vulnerable for a chipping. So once the staling comes, as a VAW engineer, we will do a separate separate staling. We will give a separate staling feedback at this area, a chipping study based upon our tire size, based upon our staling, and we will give the feedback to the staling team how to avoid the chipping. So if we give the staling feedback, they will change the staling based upon that. For example, this is a sill section. I'm telling, if chipping is happening at this area, So you are a BAW engineer and you are telling to the styling engineer, this surface is very outermost and it is a possible of chipping at this area. So they will easily ask, go with a chipping coating. So there are areas, if it is still you can go with the chipping coating, but if it is happening at the higher area of the doors, this area, you can't go with the chipping coating all over the body. So it is again costlier. So we want to give them a styling feedback to reduce the width of the door at that area. So reduce the width of the fender, front fender, rear fender, etc. This will be done by PAW engineers at advanced digital art. And this is a hem. So you can see the door outer and the door inner will be hemmed here. And in this area you can see the three coatings. So this is the first coating. This is the seal coating. This is the sealant. We will be applied here. So if the sealant applied here, we can prevent the entry of water at this area. The entry of water or mud will be protected at this area. So due to the hem tolerance, always we will have a gap. So in this cross section, you can feel how it will go, but in practical case, you will have a gap at that area. So again, so this is an inner area. So in this inner area, you can see, so there is some green color coating. So this coating is an adhesive coating. So this adhesive coating will be given throughout the hem area. So due to that, the adhesiveness between door inner and outer will be increased. So I will go to the next slide. So next slide also same. So it is an underbody area. So we want to same thing. So here you see. So we want to shut off the water entry from the bottom. Not only the water entry, the accumulation of the mud. Mud can come and accumulate at this cervix. So this area will have some pits. So it can come and it may accumulate. So once you give the sealant, so it won't go inside. So you are having a possibility to reduce the corrosion at the initial stage. Door hemming area. In this door hemming area, you can see here is a wax. So waxing will be applied on the door inner surface. So in door is a area. Door and back door is a place where the main purpose of the doors, to it will avoid the entry of air, it will avoid the entry of wind noise, it will avoid the entry of water. So always there is a design in a door for entry of water. So water will enter into the door and there will be an exit point for a door to come out. So in all doors we will have an exit point at the doors. So water will come and go. But this material, but we are keeping two different materials, and already this material was fused by an hemming die. So it will go for it will already have a stressed concentration. Due to that, it will have it is vulnerable for an stressed corrosion. So to avoid this, we will give an waxing here. So waxing will be given through door inner. So waxing will operate throughout the length. So it will avoid the corrosion of the door inner and outer. So this is a structural design. This is a basic structural design. So we can't avoid the waters. We can't avoid the rain. In rain, when you are washing your car at your home, and when we are washing your car at the workshop with a high pressure jet, water will go inside the car. So that is unavoidable. So we want to come up with the mechanism how to stop the entry of water. And even though you stop the entry of water, the small water droplets will go. 100% you can't shut off the water. So water will go inside the car. Effectively, you want to give the path for the water to travel inside the body, especially inside the BAW. How the coolant oil is travel inside the engine, similar kind mechanism only is this. So people will know. So this area, so we will have a door weather straight, and what we'll have, we have a body shade flange. Sorry, we will have a body shade welt, and this is a welt line. So this is a belt line of, so OEM to OEM, this will be differs. So when the rain comes, so due to rain or spraying of water, so at this area there is a possibility of water entry. So once the water is entry towards this point, or it can come by a roof, whenever water comes, water will go from the top to bottom. So we will design in an effective way. So it comes to bottom. When it comes to bottom, at the end of the bottom, at the bottom we will have a 2 to 3 openings. It based upon the design engineer's perspective and their engineering. We will have opening here, and we will give opening here in this front door, and so you can see here. So this is a water drain holes. How we are taking water out of the doors. So this is a mechanism. So in closure we will have two sides. One is dry side and the wet side. So water will be traveled in the dry side. So we will avoid, most probably 99% we will avoid the travel of water into the wet side. It may happen at any special, it may happen due to some special cases. So in right side of the door, we will have all electrical equipments. We will have harnesses. So we want to be very careful in that. So next is, so same. So in top side, if you see, so in this green line is nothing but it's a two-pot epoxy resin. So this two-pot epoxy resin will stop the entry of water, and it will take the water from the top to bottom side, and we will have a cowl at this area. So the cowl will block the water entry at this area. So same at the rear. And if you see the panoramic roof, in this panoramic roof, we will have beadings and seal, and we will have a water collection area at that area also. So small water collection area. So that, because we can't eliminate fully. So this is a structural design of BIW where we want to taking care of this. And another reason why we are giving lot of holes, as I told, in ED bath if BIW is going and coming, and in a cleaning bath if BIW is going and coming, so water will enter into the body. At the same time, water want to come out. So if water want to come out, so we will give some drain holes at here. So in throughout the sill we will give drain holes. So these drain holes will be closed by plug holes, by the plug at the end of the BIW, so that it should not be appeared. And some will be intentionally open, so that in rainy, due to rain or due to high jet pressure, water goes in, it should come out. So we will give lot of drain holes at the bottom of the vehicles also. As you already aware of BIW, so mostly two softwares we are using in BIW. One is CATIA, next is NX. They both have their own PLMs, so we will use their PLMs. And this is a management decision based upon the cost involved and the cost of the license. We will go for it. And next is job opportunity for BIW in India. So in OEM level, I have given in the left side. So these are the main OEMs which is having openings for BIW. So in this pandemic situation, so they have most of the OEMs stopped recruiting. And next we are having a lot of service industries. So as you can see, the states are self-explanatory, and I missed a lot. So TCS is there. TCS is a big service industry for automobile, and they are doing service across all geographical locations, starting from India and left corner of the map from North America to the right corner of the map until to the Japan. They are doing. They are a biggest service industry, and they are bigger than OEMs itself because they are having a lot of manpowers. And in OEM level, I missed a Peugeot. Peugeot came to our Chennai. Even I may missed some OEMs. And BIW is not for passenger car segment. It is for commercial. It is for two wheelers also. And in service industry, we are having Tech Mahindra, Satyam Furniture, RLE, Hinduja, Harita, etc., etc. And tier one, these are the major tier ones we are having: JBM Auto, Unipress, Gestam, Cosmo, Technico, PHA.